Hi, I'm Chris McIntire with Adopt a Love Story. We're an organization that helps adoptive families and really helps people communicate their adoption story to those around them. We're excited about the prayer garden, about the opportunity in our city and our community and what it represents for God's kingdom to be represented. We operate in the mountain, in the sphere of family. And our prayer request would be threefold for really the families that we work with. While adoption is a great reflection of God's redemption, it also is a representation of the ultimate brokenness in God's plan for family when someone has to step in because the family unit has broken down. So our prayers really focus on three important elements in that. One, for families in Colorado Springs that find themselves in the foster care system through brokenness, that there would be restoration for that family, that there would be healing, that the family unit would be returned back together, not just in the state that they were in before, but in a wholeness and a newness where the gospel is evident in that family's life, and it's a testimony of God's faithfulness in that family that can then go out to other families. Secondly, then, for a young couple that is in an unplanned pregnancy and they are overwhelmed and evaluating their options, and they're having to pick between terminating a life or adopting because they can't care for it, or trying to figure out how they could care for the child on their own, that in that moment and in that time that they would have God's leading on their heart to make the wise decisions and the right decisions, that if God willing, their community would rally around them to help them stay together as a family unit to raise their children in a way that is honoring to God. And then lastly, when it's not possible for a child to be reunified with their biological family, that the family would be equipped and strengthened, that is stepping in to adopt that child, that their community would rally around them, and that God's work would be seen not just in that adoptive family, but in the adoptee and in their community, also with that birth family that has had to make that decision, that God would be seen in all of that, and that we would be a city where even in the brokenness, God's redemption is seen.